Hey guys, I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and I'm here with a message for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any other significant placements. This is just going to be a general message, so whatever I see is what I'm going to read. But before we get to the reading, if you could just do me a huge favor and help me get to 500 subscribers and go ahead and subscribe. To all of my returning sunflowers, thank you so much for being here. I'm grateful for your support. And I'm glad to have the opportunity to read for you again. But if you haven't already joined this community, I encourage you to do so now. Even if this reading doesn't resonate with you, if you like anything that I do, please go ahead and subscribe. Okay, I'm going to start the reading by showing you guys all the cards, and then I will get into the story. Lord have mercy. I'll be talking so fast. Okay, so we have the Hermit starting the reading. This is Virgo energy. The Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups. The King of Pentacles. This is mature Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Seven of Swords. The Two of Swords. The Six of Pentacles. With a hidden energy of the Eight of Wands. And the Chariot as the overall energy. This is Cancer energy. Okay. We also have clarifying the Chariot is the Four of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Moon. And I just wanted to show you guys the Moon card because I love this card so much. It's so beautiful. Pisces energy there. Okay, so I feel like you're in a situation where you have been emotionally withdrawing from something, a situation, a person, a place, an environment, a relationship. To me, it specifically looks like a relationship. Potentially with this King of Pentacles energy, this Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Now, they don't have to be that sign. That's just how they're coming up in the energy here. You've been emotionally withdrawing from something that maybe you feel like is draining you a little bit. I feel like you've been involved with this person. It could also be a situation, a place, could be a job, right? You've been involved with this. And it's something that you maybe initially felt very excited about. And as you continue exposing yourself to this person or being a part of this relationship or this dynamic, you feel yourself getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and shrinking to fit the box that you feel like this person may be trying to put you in. I feel like there's this spark inside of you, this energy inside of you, this kind of inner child, just big eyes, full of wonder, just excited about life. And this person maybe is a little bit pessimistic and a little bit finger waggy and a little bit like, you don't get to enjoy that. And you don't get to like that. Why are you into that? It's like this energy of somebody kind of being a fun sucker. Okay. And I know that's kind of maybe an immature way of saying it, but I feel like you understand what I'm getting at here. I feel like this person is like a Debbie Downer. There's somebody who just is not as full of life and as full of joy in the same way that you are. Okay. The way that they see the world, their perspective on things is just so antagonistic. You have big dreams, big plans. You're maybe a visionary. You have lots of ideas. You might talk to this person about your ideas, right? If this is a job, you might present certain things or say, hey, what if we did things this way? Or, hey, what if we adopted this policy? Or, hey, what if we incorporated this thing? And in either circumstance, in either scenario, they're like, no, we don't see the value in that. We don't see the value in your ideas. We don't see the value in this energy that you're bringing to us. We don't see the value. And it's so unfortunate because I just feel like you were so optimistic about this opportunity or this relationship when it first started. And now you feel yourself literally pulling back, literally going within, literally withdrawing into this cocoon and trying to keep yourself safe and trying to keep yourself somewhat out of harm's way. Because when it comes to this, there are people in this world who just don't understand people like you, who just don't understand as much as they are attracted to you, as much as they want to be around you, as much as they want your energy, as much as they want to be in relationship with you or have people know that they know you or you're a part of this situation or you're an employee on this team or whatever the case may be, as much as they get energy from just even your presence, even the thought of you, There are those same people, those same environments, those same situations who just don't understand why or where you get that joy from, where you get that fire from, where you get that energy from. And it's because they haven't tapped into it on their own yet, or it's not something that they can necessarily create on their own, or something that just doesn't necessarily live within them, or it's just buried so down deep under pain or trauma or just whatever nonsense. They just don't get how you are this bright light, how you shine, how you glow, how you do what you do, how you bring so much energy and a vibe to everything that you touch, right? So they try to squash you a little bit. They try to keep you sealed up and reeled in. They try to keep you feeling as if you're out of place or out of pocket all the time. You're too loud. You're too noisy. You're too obnoxious. Or you're too funny. Or you're too this. Or you're too that. Like, it's always something with this person. They don't even see, like, I wouldn't say they're jealous, but I do think there's a level of envy when it comes to them being around or experiencing people like you. And envy, like, in the way that you're able to, like, just go through life with so much positive energy and so much joy and so much light, even though you've been through things, even though people can't even tell that. If people looked at you, spent time with you, didn't really know you, didn't really know your story, they probably make lots of assumptions, like, oh, you've never been through anything, or you've never had any hard times, or you've never been through any, like, bad experiences. That's why you're so happy. Because you've never been a victim. That's why you're so happy. You have been through your fair share of stuff. Everybody has. And that's the thing. I really wish people would stop, like, with this idea that just because you come from a certain background, or you have certain this or certain that you've never been through anything, you don't know struggle, you don't know trauma, you don't know. It's not a competition. I think you understand that. It's not a competition. Life is not a suffering competition. Who can suffer the most? Who can be the biggest victim? You have been through your fair share of things, and as a result of those things, you've come out stronger. You're like a phoenix. Okay? Anything that kills you just makes you come back stronger and more alive and more empowered and more fully embodied in that. Every metamorphosis, every transition, every transformation you endure as a result of being through hurtful, harmful, disappointing experiences makes you stronger. And I don't necessarily believe what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, not all the time. I think you have to be able to alchemize that, to transmute that energy into something positive. Because if you just linger in the pain and you wallow in it and you allow yourself to just become this victim of life, that's how you end up a hater. That's how you end up a fun squasher. That's how you end up like them. And you refused. Okay? And now, because you like this person, you like this situation, this environment, this job, whatever it is, whatever this represents to you, you were willing to just, like, hey, I'm just going to keep shining my light. And then it got to a point where it was just like, oh, this person is just, they doing too much. They hating too much. Like, I can't thrive around this person, because every time I try to shine, they're putting my light out. They're trying to dim my shine. Now, coming into present energy, you're disappointed. You're disappointed. You feel like you're at a place where now you have to sacrifice something that had value for you. Now, am I saying you're going to leave this job or you're going to end this relationship? Not necessarily. I think that what you're sacrificing right now is the idea that this person is going to be like the person that maybe you thought they were. I think sometimes it's easy for people like you, people who shine very brightly, to feel like they're being reflected in the people that they meet, because their light is just bouncing off of them. And then you realize, oh no, this person is absorbing it. Like, this person is like stealing my shine. And I'm not encouraging them or inspiring them to glow or to be their own light. Then what's the point? That's how I feel like you're feeling right now. It's like, what's the point? If I can't bring more joy, more energy, more life into your life, and then you blossom as a result of that, then there's no point in me being here. If my light shining so brightly just makes you nastier and darker and more of a victim and then what's the point of me shining on you? The sun will burn you to a crisp. The sun will burn you to a crisp if you are not prepared. And there are people out there who think that they can be in your light, think that they can withstand your light. And they can't, because they're not prepared. They haven't done the work on themselves to not see your light and feel burnt as a result. And then they make it your problem. Why did you burn me? Why are you burning me? You're too bright. You're too hot. Imagine telling the sun, imagine going outside and telling the sun, you're too hot, you're too bright, stop. That's ridiculous. That's what I feel like people try to do to you. And now you're at a place where you feel like, okay, I'm gonna have to let some aspect of this go if I don't let this whole thing go totally. Because I'm no longer going to be optimistic. I'm no longer going to be giving this person or the situation the benefit of the doubt all the time. Clearly, they don't understand what I have and the value of what I have. So there's a part of this that I'm going to have to let go of. We're going to move on into future energy. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to choose to do what's best for you. I don't know what that is, but I know that you're going to choose to do what's best for you. You're going to choose to make the necessary sacrifices so that you can preserve yourself. I think at this point in your life, you realize that it's really your responsibility to protect that inner child, okay? That child that lives within you, that shows unconditional love and light and joy and positivity. You have to protect that child from all of these bitter, salty, just unsatisfied people who are just constantly throwing salt or constantly trying to like take away your happiness. And I don't think it's even intentional. And I think you know that. I think it's just the way that they've been conditioned to behave in the world. Okay. I see you blocking out anything that is not contributing to that sense of joy and wonder and light and positivity. I see you refusing to be distracted or refusing to be knocked off your square or refusing to like make yourself smaller. I see you saying no. I see you moving forward and choosing to continue shining. That's what I see. I think you're going to continue being graceful. I think you're going to continue being compassionate because that's just who you are in general. I think you are just somebody who has the capacity because you have been through your own stuff, and you do understand, like, they don't know what they're doing. That's one thing I really do take from the Bible. I'm not Christian. I don't identify myself as Christian. I'm not religious in any way, but I was raised Christian. And I remember Jesus saying, forgive them for they know not what they do. I feel like that's your attitude. It's like once you really clock it, like once you really see it, it's like, oh, they just lost. They're just lost in the darkness and they want to be a victim. So I'm going to let them. And that's their journey. That's their path. And I can't bring them where I am. I can't make them see the light. And if I try to keep bringing them close, I'm just going to keep burning them up. It's just going to get worse and worse. So you know what? I'm just going to take my hands off the wheel here. I'm going to just let things be what they are. Because what's the point, right? I want to clarify just a little bit for you guys. This Seven of Swords energy. I do feel like this is representative, of somebody who is trying to find a way to like undermine you or undercut you or take from you what doesn't belong to them, what never could belong to them. Clarifying that energy, we have the Five of Swords. This is somebody who is willing to say or do whatever it takes to get what they want out of a situation. What I will say is this person or this place, this environment, this job, whatever it is, has been studying you. Somebody's been watching you. Somebody's been keeping tabs on you, keeping an eye on you, finding a way to control you and to use what you bring, to use what comes natural to you, to use what you have inside of you to benefit their life, to create stability or security for their life. Somebody is attempting to find a way to try and exploit you while also undermining everything that you do. And what's weird about this is it's almost like they're trying to convince you that what you have has no value, so that when they take it from you, you won't even fight. They're trying to convince you that what you do, who you are, isn't as powerful or isn't as influential or isn't as grand as it actually is, so that when they steal it, when they copy it, you won't even have a problem. You're just like, well, it has no value anyway. And they're underestimating you, greatly underestimating how well you know yourself, how well you see yourself. Maybe there was a lapse in judgment there for a little bit. Maybe you kind of second guess. Maybe there was some doubt in there a little bit, but you always bounce back. You always realize who you actually are. And this person or the situation is trying to make you feel as if you aren't who you really are. so they can continue shrinking you and making you small, so they can put you in this little box where they can control you and tell you what to do and how to feel and what to think, so they can basically own you. Okay? This person might be what I consider an exotic bird collector. They love everything about you, the way that you look, the song that you sing, but they don't want you to go out spreading your joy and spreading your light anywhere else. So they're going to cage you. They're going to keep you caged up. And anything that you produce, they're going to take it for themselves. They're going to steal it. They're going to hoard it. Okay? They don't want to contribute to your well-being. They don't want to contribute to your overall happiness. They want to find a way to exploit what you have, what you bring, your kind of renewable resource from the inside, to benefit their life and what they do and how they feel about themselves, while also trying to convince you that it has no value. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. And you're going to see right through that. You're going to see right through that, and you're going to decide, hey, I'm going to do what's best for myself. I can't keep pouring into glasses that don't want to be filled. I can't keep trying to show you. It's not even something that you're doing intentionally. That's what I really want to hammer down. It's not even something that you're doing intentionally. It's just who you are. It's just who you are. So I'm going to end the reading by saying this. Whenever you're in an environment, a situation, a relationship, or a dynamic with anybody, and you start to feel like you have to suppress yourself to make them comfortable, that you have to suppress parts of yourself or your personality, the way that you speak, how loud you laugh, the stories you tell, how much joy you bring into a room, just so this person doesn't have an attitude, just so this person isn't upset with you, just so this energy, this environment doesn't retaliate, you're in the wrong place, you're in the wrong relationship, you're hanging around the wrong people. If they don't see you and allow you to shine the way that you've always meant to shine, if they try to cover you up, suffocate you, you are a flame, you're a fire. You need to burn. You need to be bright. Okay? So anytime you feel suppressed, covered up, made to feel small, you're not in the right place. You're not with the right people. And it's time for you to maybe exit stage left. This is what I have for you, Aries. I hope that this was helpful or enlightening in some way. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will be with you next time.